Yeah, he's got lots of manners. Today, we have a lot of just random little stuff to do. First, I'm gonna let the dogs out and go feed the horses. I finished the truck. It's ready to go. I'm ready to go back to Oregon. That's all as good as it's gonna get for now. It is a brisk one out here today. I don't even know why we tried dog beds. Well, that one was my fault. It might have got a little close to the truck that was on fire in the shop. One thing we have to do today is take Hunter's car in to the body shop. A deer hit her right about here in this area. Insurance wants a quote, and so we'll get that done. Ripped the mirror off and pooped on her window. Trip, get. Make me look bad. So we got Palmer, sweetheart, and then Chad's horses. Chad's my brother-in-law, that's Gus, and his paint horse. Then we got Smokey, the mule, and then we got Sparky. He's a fun little horse. So I got Palmer from a friend of mine in Baker City, Oregon, and I was working on a ranch in Montana at the time and got to the point where I was pretty horse poor. So I was riding ranch horses, and I only had 2 of those, and they were getting tired. So I told my boss, I said, well, I'm gonna take a 4-day weekend to go over and get a couple horses. I had 4 lined up to look at. And with the horse market the way it is today, or even back then, I guess, it was a couple years ago now, 2 of the horses that I had lined up to look at sold before I got there. And so I had 2 to look at. One was not gonna work for me. Got a hold of the guy that had Palmer, and he said, oh, she's not gonna work in my program, so I think I'd take $1,500 for her. And man, I couldn't get the $100 bills out of my pocket fast enough. And I was gonna call her a limo because her back is so stinking long, but Hunter came up with the name Palmer from the gal on the TV show The Office, the redhead, and it seems to fit her pretty well. We went to our first roping the other day in the arena, first time she's ever been in the arena, and she did really, really good. I was really impressed. So just take a moment and look at that stinking view. That's the Pryor Mountain Range over there. I trip. Well, we have to water the horses this morning, and that's a chore on days like today. Hose is frozen. Being this cold reminds me of shipping calves last year at that ranch I was on in Montana. It was 13 below the morning we started before daylight, and we had about 800 calves to ship and about 1,000 head of mama cows to run through the chute and work. And so probably 6 o'clock we started, saddled horses and went out and started gathering. And we probably didn't get done until well after 5 o'clock that evening. And it never warmed up. I don't think it ever got above 0 all day long. We were all just frozen. Well, the hose isn't gonna thaw, so we're gonna have to take it in and put it in the bathtub and let it thaw all day, and I'll water the horses later tonight. They have plenty of water for the day. I don't know who does this.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Who wears their boots in the house?
Not Clyde. -5.
Oh, so there you go.
So we'll have 18 today, though.
18, woohoo! T-shirt weather. Well, we're getting ready to head to town. We're gonna get some 2x6s or 2x4s. I haven't decided yet. My plan today is to build a display down at the store, like a window display. There's like a craft show or whatever this weekend in Lovell, so we want the storefront at least presentable, so when people walk by, they look in the window and they kind of have an idea of what's going to happen there, and get people thinking and talking about us. It's funny when you move to a small town like this. I've had 4 or 5 different people say, man, you guys are the talk of the town, and we really haven't met very many people yet. But it's funny when an outsider moves in, how the community talks. But for the most part, it's been all good things that I've heard. But I always find it interesting when you go to a new town, and how fast the word spreads. So these are going to be the window displays. I got this one pretty solid. I had to put a bunch more screws into it, but that's just going to go right here in front of this window. I don't know if I've shown you Hunter's setup, but this is it. There's going to be kind of a checkout counter right here, come all the way across, and her setup's going to be behind it. It's messy as usual, which is a sign of progress. Well, I've been a terrible vlogger, but I'm working on this display. Let me show you what I got. This old panel, and it's 3.5 feet away. This will be our display area. Built this frame, and then, well, you'll see, but this is going to be like a platform, so it'll set up above the windowsill. And I'm going to box this in, and that other side's going to be like a little hidden door. Got her there. Going in. Yeah, that's it. Turned out pretty cool, I think. Since I got the display almost done, I'm running back home and grabbing some stuff. Our plan is to make it look like a tack room, like somebody just walked in and dropped all their stuff after the end of the day. So I'm gonna grab a saddle and a saddle stand and some chinks and everything that goes along with. Well, we got it all decked. Hunter's working on decor. I'll show you the finished product once we're done. You can completely not see this. But it looks cool. We'll get some video in the daylight. It turned out really nice. With all the lights though, you can't see a thing. It's a little better. Turned out pretty cool. I'm happy with it. Hunter did good with the display. We'll do a drive-by. There it is, a big old store we don't even have a name for yet. Cute. display. That was a cop. Whoops.